some triumphant music. Good evening, everyone, and welcome on behalf of myself and the entire LA Tabletop team to the first ever Long Island Virtual Tabletop Expo or Tabletop Gaming Expo. We had hoped to have the first physical Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo this weekend, but as we all know, a couple things got in the way. We've all been stuck in the house, and we've all been kind of going a little stir crazy. So we came up with this idea as a way to spread some goodwill, have some fun, and focus on everything that really matters, which are the games. We have a awesome weekend lined up for everybody, full of games, tutorials, some video games, learn to plays that people way more knowledgeable than me will be letting you know about shortly. And I hope you guys have a great time. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to email us at info@litabletop.com, or you can message us on Facebook. Now I'd like to hand over the mic to the coordinator of the entire Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo, Courtney Funk.
Can you guys hear me?
You're on.
Hey everyone out there in virtual land, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Courtney. It works for me too. I'm so excited to be a part of all of the shenanigans that we have planned for this weekend. And I'm even more excited that we have this fantastic team of people that pretty much did all of the work, and I really didn't do anything. So that was really exciting for me as well. But more importantly, it's going to be very beneficial to all of you who are going to be participating in all of the great events that we have scheduled for this weekend. Now, one positive that's coming out of this, obviously, as Joel said, it was really unfortunate that we're not able to do the live show. But one of the things that's really that turned into a positive is that instead of doing just one day of gaming, we're able to do an entire weekend of gaming. And that gave us the opportunity to offer more games and, of course, to allow more people to play games. So I was pretty excited when that came up as an opportunity. However, when my brother Rich first proposed a full weekend of gaming, I thought I was going to die. But it turns out we can manage it pretty well with enough people helping. So what I would like to do is tell everyone that pre-registration for games is still open on our website. So if you have not yet signed up for a game and would like to play, you can still go to litabletop.com and look at our schedule and pre-register for some games, which is something that I highly recommend doing because we have a lot of games that are closed and a few games that are open. So if you'd like to play, we have games that are being streamed. We also have games that aren't being streamed. So if you don't feel comfortable being on the screen and you just like to play and just be, have an opportunity to be unseen and just wear your robe like I am, we have those games available for you as well. So go to our website, latabletop.com. However, pre-registration is only going to remain open until 12 a.m. tonight. So I highly recommend doing that. If you can't get to our website and you'd like to register for something tomorrow, you can always private message us on Facebook. We're going to have our moderators, well, that's me and Joel actually, all weekend we'll be monitoring incoming messages. So if you see a game that you'd like to play, please message us. We'll send you out the Zoom information so you can get involved in that. And there's a whole bunch of technical words associated with that statement that I don't really understand. So whatever. I bet you don't either. So that's fine. A few other notes from my notepad. We also have walk-in plays. Actually, that's the point of the DMing on Facebook. We have walk-in plays, so you don't necessarily need to pre-register for a game. If it's like 3 o'clock and you're like, hey, I have some time right now for a few hours and I see that there's a game going on and I'd like to play it, send us a quick message on Facebook. Again, we'll get that information to you very quickly so you can just sign in and play. So if you're feeling concerned that you can't make a commitment right now, totally not a problem. We have tons of options available for you. This is the most easygoing, low key situation in the entire world. So don't even worry about it. We also are going to have our moderators post a whole bunch of information about games that are open and still need players on social media all weekend. So if a game starts at 3, they might go on, Facebook and Instagram at like 2:30 and say, "Hey, we have some slots open for this X, Y, and Z game. Let us know if you'd like to play in it." So you could also comment on that thread, and then we'll get you the information that you need to sign into the game. I feel like I've covered most of what I wanted to on my thing, but something that I would like to do before I forget, and IDK if Joel has anything else to add, but I'd really like to thank, aside from the team that we have here at the Tabletop Expo, which is always amazing, always impressing us, never disappointing us. We also have had a lot of help from Thread Raiders, who is another organization that we've worked with. We've worked with in the past on some other projects, and they're helping us this weekend with streaming. They gave us a lot of advice as to what we can and can't do and really help put this together. And they're still remaining with us this weekend as moderators. And we actually would not be able to do this without them. So I'd really like to thank Thread Raiders. You can go on Twitch and follow some of their streams. They have some game streaming, RPGs, tabletop games. They also do a lot of charity work. So they're just an amazing organization, really great people to work with. So I really wanted to spend some time giving them the recognition that they deserve, because this 1,000,000% would not be happening without them. I love you all. I don't know what else to say.
All right. Couple.
Actually,
Okay. Oh, sorry, little C.
yeah. Okay. I'm here. My talk show's tonight. See you then, losers.
I don't know why we deal with her. Just as a closing statement here, I'd like to echo Courtney's statement. Thank you to all of our team, who's always been great. We've been building this tabletop presence for a couple years now. If you don't know, we started the Tabletop Expo as a part of the Retro Gaming Expo, and over the course of a couple years, it grew into its own, and that's why we are still having its first standalone show. Supposed to be this weekend. Now it will be on November 7th. So please be sure and come to that if you can. I'd also like to thank some of the guys from our retro team who are helping out this weekend. Mike, Dan, Ryan, and I'm sure I'm missing a couple other ones. Big help to those guys. And a big thank you to Rich, who is our tabletop social media coordinator, who he spearheaded this whole thing, and wouldn't be happening without him. So big thanks to Rich. I can't wait to have some fun, play some games, and I hope you guys can too. So we're going to talk about the schedule in the next segment, and then it's off to the races, and the party starts and doesn't stop till Sunday.
Get your White Claws ready.
Get your White Claws.
We got a whole weekend coming up. Go, 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 go.
We got 20 minutes left. We got nothing else to say. All right.
I have tons to say.
Right,
do you want to talk about how I thanked everybody but my brother for setting this up?
Okay, Rich is Courtney's brother. Well, I mean, it's okay.
You know what? Here's the thing. Like, when we had to make the final decision to make the Tabletop Expo online, we made this decision a while ago. February? Beginning of March?
No, it was end of March.
Nah, it's the end of March right now.
It's April 17th.
All right, whatever. You know what I mean. We had to make the decision kind of early, and I was really depressed. We worked so hard. We put so much thought, and there were so many talented people involved. And the idea that we were not able to put on the show that we wanted to was pretty devastating um, to me. And I had a really hard time um, getting back into the groove of things. And Joel was like, we need to offer something to the people. Like, we need to give people something to do. We have to uh, kind of be, first movers in this area. Let's try to do something online. And I was like, yeah, but I'm so still bummed, you know? And Rich was like, we got to do it. Like, we have to do it for the people. And I said to Rich, I was like, I don't know if I have like the mental capacity to remove like these depressive feelings to do an online show. And he was like, I got it. Like, don't even worry. And I was like, F it. And he did with, like I said, to except for when he needed it, and really pulled it together. And, I am very grateful for that. But I think that talk about, because I think that a lot of people felt really similar, a really similar way when, events that they wanted to go to started canceling. And then once we realized that we were, in a pandemic state, I think that a lot of people are still having a, so I'm really hoping that, if we get to a few people this weekend and help provide to them some moment of the having right now, yeah, I would be forever grateful. And that's really all that we want to do. Like, a lot of people are struggling. And we're all in, even if you don't want to play, just hop in and watch some people having fun. Like, this is what it's all about. It's just, you know, trying to provide a space for people to start to feel connected again,
Right.
I
That
don't
was
know.
that was really our idea. We people like well, at least they seem to like the job that we do at our events. So we thought, why not give it a shot? I mean, look, we've never done this before. A lot of people haven't done a lot of things up until this point that's been going on in the world. Uh, working from home, wearing masks, uh, figuring out how to get toilet paper.
Uh,
The bidet industry is probably going great right now.
mm.
I have a question from chat. Yes, what is that question? So as of now, the all of the VIP items will be transferred to the November show. So if you bought a VIP ticket for this weekend, that ticket is still valid. The merchandise is still valid, and you'll still get it. If you cannot attend the show in November, we you can email us. We will provide you a refund once the museum opens back up, and then you can, if you still want the merchandise, you could buy them off the website or the really, if you're not at the show, the website would be the only way. But they're still coming.
Nobody had anything to say to me. I didn't want to answer that question anyway. Nobody was like, "You're so inspiring, Courtney." Like, oh my God.
Uh, oh, we have a voice in the head. Okay, so sorry guys.
They're like, who are you talking to?
We have our earpiece announcer talking to us. Also, we thought about offering the merchandise for this weekend. Um, kind of went back and forth. At the end of the day, I think we just decided to focus on programming and the fun aspect, and then if it works, maybe we do something again and we can expand things a little bit more. With one thing, we did definitely want to get some of the vendors involved, because obviously not having a show affects them and their livelihood and their sales. So we did get some information from some of them. You'll be seeing their I don't know, pictures or spots throughout the weekend, whatever they were able to provide us. So please feel free to check out their stuff. We had some cool products that Rich knows more about it than I do, and he's the voice in my head right now. So, but you will be seeing whatever he has over this weekend. Let's do questions. If we got 50 minutes to fill, that's a lot easier to do than me trying to fish.
Giveaways. We're giving everything away. Everything's getting given away.
Okay,
What
not
else?
everything, but
I don't know. Whatever we have to give away. Why not?
We do have some items that some vendors have supplied. I believe Thread Raiders have also helped us get in touch with some prize support. I also wouldn't be too surprised if you see a couple LA Tabletop things being given away this weekend. Maybe a couple pins or something.
You get a car. You get a car. Are we giving away cars?
No.
Well, what the hell's the point?
Well, now we're committed. I don't know what we're gonna do. We got to
They
sell
don't
a
have
lot
to
more.
be big cars. They can be little, like Matchbox cars.
Sell a lot more tickets to November. Yes, look under your laptop battery. You'll see a car. I don't know. The schedule
Oh my God.
is on the website. If you go to litabletop.com and then click on the virtual expo picture that's right there in the front, you'll see a link to everything that's on the website regarding the virtual expo, pre-reg, schedule, and then some ancillary information.
litabletop.com is your resource. When you get to the page, just click on the virtual tabletop logo, which will route you to the page where all the info is. Click on some boxes, go to the streaming outlets. I think that this, like, walking through information is very important.
Oh, here's a good point. I don't think we mentioned this. So the show will be happening on 2 channels this weekend, on the Twitch and the YouTube. So this right now is being streamed to both, but certain events will be on the Twitch and certain will be on the YouTube. So that is on the schedule along with links to both channels. So you can check it out.
That was a good point. I didn't bring that up literally at all. That's very important for people to know.
That's why we are strong as a team.
Hey, we got a question. I think I'm probably also a voice in your head, but we got a question on the YouTube from Snowflake the Cat, who asks, "Does age matter when doing a live streamed game?"
All right. So from Snowflake the Cat, we got a question saying, "Does age matter with regards to the streams?" And if you're asking about can children be on the stream with their parents' permission, they can be. If you're asking for yourself, I mean, YOLO. You need parents' permission. Yeah, to be on the stream. The streams will be the ones that are being live streamed. They will be recorded and they will be uploaded to our social channels. So you will be able to see that again in the future. So if you're a parent and you're feeling a little weary about having your child out there, I would recommend then signing up for one of the games that are not being recorded, and those are labeled on our schedule. So if you go to the website and you look at our schedule, if a game is not being recorded, it will say so, and then you don't have to worry about having a minor in that game and potentially being seen in the future.
Do we have any mature games?
What?
Are there any mature games like 18 plus with adult themes, or so I know we have some child games, right?
Yeah.
Games. We do have games that are suitable for younger audiences as well. And if we do have any games with mature content, I believe they are labeled, so you'll know going in.
And also, at the beginning of every game, the GM, the game master, will let the players know if the game is going to have adult themes and content in them. And at that moment, you can decide, if you're not into it, I want to drop out. Maybe I want to go into a different game. Don't worry about it. You're not, committed to being stuck in a game. I know that might be a challenging decision for some people to make, but so it's totally okay if you decide it's not something you want to be involved in. Like I said, we have games that are not being recorded and not being streamed. So that is totally an option for you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can also make an on the fly decision to not record something. If you get into a game and your GM says we're recording and everyone in the room doesn't want to, that's cool too. It's totally not a problem. I mean, this is, we can do whatever we want. This is, we make the rules, not like me and Joel, but like you all, us as a community.
The only goal here is to have fun.
Yeah. And fun we will have. Are there any more questions? I mean, did anyone say anything to me specifically? Like Courtney. Hey. PM tonight? What game is it called? The shipping town of Duong? D-U-L-A-N? Oh, Dulon. The shipping town of Dulon. Is it a D&D 5e game? Okay, well, guess what, folks? Here we are. We're telling you right now that at 9 p.m. tonight on one of these channels, there is a Zoom game happening, the shipping town of Dulon. Are you a voyager? Are you a merchant? Are you a thief? Who are you? What role do you play in this shipping town? Will you steal all the clams? Welcome to our port. I just made that up.
All right, I will, for the sake of completion and filling time, I'm going to look up the exact description, tell people what it is, because we do have an opening here.
Mine's better. Well, not better, but I'm telling you, it's just as good.
No,
We're going to let, while Joel looks that up, I'm also going to have chat Luke Thomas from Thread Raiders come on and let us know about some of their upcoming charity events, and also maybe give themselves, let everyone know about all that jazz.
Absolutely.
What is the description for the game? Because I guarantee I did a really good job.
Come back to me. I have to go somewhere else on the website for it.
Exactly. Chet!
Hey, how's it going? I'm Chet, or DM Luke Thomas in some places. And I am part of the Thread Raiders. Have been running stuff with them for a couple years. We are primarily a charity fundraising crew who also just like to hang out and do stuff. We have a podcast where a lot of we kind of get people who are making games, people who are interested in games on there, and just talk about their hobbies and what they're doing. We also run twitch.tv/Thread Raiders, where that's where we host most of our individual events, but then also we do have weekly streams of video games. I think right now we have one gentleman who's running through Tomb Raiders, like a bunch of them running through the whole series, I think. And then I also run I paint miniatures, as you can see here, my pile of shame staring at me. But we run a miniature painting Monday. So Monday nights at 9, we get together and listen to chill music and paint happy little miniatures. So, but yeah, we have a pretty decent Discord crew, just kind of hang out and talk about what's going on with us. We do all sorts of stuff. We just do whatever kind of pops in our heads. We have, our holiday gift exchanges where we just randomly throw nerdy stuff at each other. All that sort of thing. So
I like gifts.
yeah, but we also some of the things we've done charity wise, we've run Reach Out and Read. We did back in December. That's with Gilding Light, I think was the one that we were working with, which is operated by Satine Phoenix. And we also recently did One Drop for Flint. Yeah, but we've done a couple of different charities throughout. We usually also get involved with when the one of the man, I'm just blanking on names today. It's just a rough one. One of the keys is probably not waking up at 3 a.m. That usually helps in remembering names. But we do get involved with like a bunch of the larger gaming communities that run charities throughout the year. So yeah, if you're interested in playing games and or raising money for charity, you can always come check us out.
Thank you, Trent.
Yeah.
That was
How,
gorgeous.
how much time did I fill?
Oh, you did.
Wait,
That was
a good
at least a
amount of
solid 2 or 3 minutes. I have the description for the game.
Okay.
All right. So
Let's see.
if anyone's interested, we have an opening for this game starting in about a half an hour. Traveling along a road in the county of Meb that leads to the quaint shipping town of Dwalin, you see more and more posters asking for adventurer help. Being adventurers and all that, you read the sign. If you seek adventure with rich rewards, come to the docks and look for a big boat on the right side of the pier. If you survive, you will be rewarded handsomely. What could possibly be wrong with an advertisement as vague as that? I don't know. You got to find out at 9 o'clock and sign up.
All right. So I actually talked about a lot of those points in my description.
Yeah, you nailed it.
I talked about a port. I didn't know how involved the boats were going to be, so I left that out. But there clearly is a boat, which is great. I don't know. I think I did a fine job. I'm not going to lie.
No one's saying you didn't.
Well, when you pulled up the exact description, I mean, you were implying something, you know. I mean, what can I say? I'm just being, you know, who I am.
We always err on the side of completion.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Also, to let everyone know, that game will not be recorded, and our gorgeous DM Mike is going to be running that game. That's 9 p.m. to 11:55 p.m. At 8:30, which is in 3 minutes, I am going to do a full breakdown of the entire schedule for all of for all of the channels and all the breakout rooms. So the breakout rooms are the games that are not going to be live streamed. So I'll do a full breakdown of the schedule, talk about everything. I have time to fill, obviously, a half an hour. So if you are interested in hearing that, as opposed to going on the website and looking at it, or if you'd like to follow along, just stick around with me at 8:30 and we'll do that. Joel, 2 minutes, go.
All right. We have 2 minutes for any
You have any
questions that are out there.
What about some jokes?
What
do you call a flying turtle?
That's right.
Okay.
I can always talk about this.
Here's a joke. All right. A horse walks into a bar. Right? And the bartender says, my God, there's a horse in here. Where the hell did this thing come from? Is there somebody going to do something about this? Freaking horse in my bar. That's the whole joke.
What?
I mean, unfortunately, the main problem with my jokes is that they're funny to me. But yeah, never ask me to do that again, please.
Okay. Well, I started, what do you call a flying turtle?
Yes. I don't know what.
A shelicopter.
Hey.
Duh. I don't know any more jokes at all.
So I was in the bagel shop once and I asked them if they had any butter, and they said, "You better believe it."
Okay. Rich, do you have any jokes? I know you're not. I can say it to the people for you. Dad jokes? Go ahead.
I've got one.
Go ahead, John.
All right. So, priest and a rabbi are sitting by the side of the road, and they're holding a sign that a priest and a rabbi.
Okay, a priest and wait a minute. I want to make sure this isn't inappropriate before I say it.
It is perfectly fine.
Oh, John, people can hear John right now? Okay, good.
All right, so a priest and a rabbi are sitting by the side of the road, right? And they're holding up a sign that says the end is near. A motorist, seeing the sign, pulls over, rolls down their window, and yells at both the priest and the rabbi that they should mind their business and not preach to anybody. Speeds off, and about a minute or two later, there's a loud crash. The priest looks at the rabbi and says, I told you we should have just put bridge out on the sign.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. What? Can they hear you? Do I have to tell them that? What do you call a fish with no eyes?
Oh boy. And it's 8:30.
I'm fine with it. I had an enjoyment time. Enjoyment. I'm live on the internet.
Oh man, I didn't expect this.
What?
No, I don't know.
Oh, I didn't expect it either. All right. Okay. Welcome back. All you cool cats and kittens. It's Courtney here. Can we get sued for that?
No.
Okay.
I don't think that's a trademark catchphrase. I don't know if you could trademark calling someone "Hey, all you cats, cool cats and kittens."
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Yeah, I don't know if they had the foresight to trademark something like that. Trademarks are also very effective, but I don't want to get into that.
I think my camera's blurry. No, I didn't. I didn't touch it at all.
Oh no!
Am I still blurry? No, I think I'm blurry.
You're not wearing glasses.
All right, whatever. All right, here we are. It's all right. So let's talk about what we're going to be doing this weekend. I am still blurry. It's actually making me feel so uncomfortable.
At least you don't get sick from it.
Do you want to tell everyone about how you get sick from blurry things, Rich?
No. It's not comfortable.
You think I touched the screen and that's why it's blurry?
I saw you touch the screen, but I don't know if that's the reason. So it could be
I'm not blurry now.
It could be any reason.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's do it.
Could be two scoops of raisins.
All right. So. Wait,
say all right. You gotta say all right again.
Rich, you're muted for them on Twitch, so you got to.
I did. I unmuted.
Oh baby.
I just did it.
All right. Good. Because they need to hear what you got to say.
Well, I don't know about that.
Right,
just kidding. Okay, so let's do Twitch. Let's actually do all the Friday night events, and then we'll do Saturday, right? And Sunday. Good idea?
Yes.
Sure.
Whatever. All right, so our first event, starting at 9 p.m. on our Twitch channel, is Taking Refuge, which is a live RPG event. Now, this is actually really exciting because we're working with two separate RPG groups. One of them is Taking Initiative, and they have a podcast, and they do, fun games and conversations and things like that. And I'm sorry, the first one is Taking Initiative, and the second one is Last Refuge. That's why we have it together. So Taking Initiative and The Last Refuge are two shows. They do podcasts, tabletop related live games, super fun stuff. Really great guys to work with and gals. So the main idea is that I'll actually just read it because it's fun. They did a good job. Join us for the Taking Refuge, a D&D crossover event. In this, the most highly anticipated crossover since Endgame. I agree. Players from the Taking Initiative podcast and the Last Refuge podcast will join forces to play 90 minutes of the best D&D Long Island has ever seen. I agree with that as well. DM by the Last Refuge's DM, Jazzy Hands. Our adventurers will fight monsters, roll dice, make terrible puns, and do everything they can to drive this train as far off the rails as possible. They might literally jump a shark. According to the 6 of us who will be playing this game, we hope. Probably not. That sounds dangerous, but maybe. So that will be happening at 9 p.m. live on Twitch. I think that's going to be really exciting. On our YouTube channel, okay, fine. On our YouTube channel, starting at 9 p.m., we have our Transformers TCG game live Learn to Play and demo, which is really exciting. Transformers is a super fun, card game, and if you've never played it before and you're wondering, what does the deck look like? What does gameplay look like? This event is for you. You'll have Mike and Mike going through it and teaching you all the fun ways about the Transformers. So it's going to be great.
Not me, Mike, though. Other mics.
Other mics.
We have
like so many mics.
We have multiple mics. I'm going to paste the link to the YouTube link to the Transformers one right here in our Twitch chat as well. So that way people here in Twitch that we're on for that, they can go there.
So you can go and roll out.
Those who are staying on for Taking Refuge would just stay here during the intermission while we get that flipped over.
Yeah, good. All right, so in our 2 rooms of non-live stream games, I'm calling them breakout rooms just because that's how they're labeled on the schedule. So in our first breakout room, our not recorded game is the game that we were just talking about, the shipping town of Duolm. So I've said it wrong 15 times, which is fine, and not a problem. And it's a D&D 5e game, tier 1, so it's all beginner level characters. If you've never played D&D before, this is a great opportunity for you to jump in. If you have played D&D before, that's fine. It's still going to be exciting. Either way, it's going to be fantastic. Again, we have some adventurers traveling. They encounter the town of Meb. It's a quaint shipping town, and you see some posters asking for adventurers and help. And being that you are all adventurers, you decide, hey, let's see what's going on with this situation.
That's deja
and
vu.
the sign says, what?
It's deja vu. I think I've heard this description before.
I'm doing a better job, though. If you seek adventure with rich rewards, come to the dock and look for the big boat on the right side of the pier. Let's see what happens if you decide to do that. Death? I don't know. We'll see. So that's running from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. tonight. Again, DM by Mike, who's fantastic and amazing. That is not being recorded. Our second D&D 5e game that we have. Look at this nautical thing that we have going on tonight. It's entitled A Haven by the Sea.
Like pirates.
So this is being DM'd by Rachel, who is fabulous as well, from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. It's slated as being recorded, but again, it doesn't have to be. So if you want to go in the room and you don't want to be recorded, you guys can talk about that and come up with your own plan. So fun description for this. The Haven by the Sea is a short adventure for 4 to 6 characters of 3rd and 4th level. So this game is for a little bit more of an experienced player. So if you're a beginner, I would definitely recommend going into the other game. But if you have some experience, you've played D&D at least once before, you could probably jump into this pretty easily. With the storm rolling in and little other shelter in sight, the adventurers are thankful for the hospitality of Flannery's Rest, a cheery little hostel overlooking the sea. The food is good, the company is good. Nothing is lacking. Surely it will be a comfortable and quiet night. Players need to come prepared with their own 4th level character created using the player's handbook and standard array. So if you don't have a character right now, you could probably just go to what was the new one that you guys were talking about? You can go to D&D Beyond, of course, to download some characters, some pre-generated level 4 characters of any class and race, whatever you want. But there's another website you guys were talking about.
Roll20?
Oh, Roll20?
Yeah, you can go to Roll20 too.
Right.
So whatever you want. If you need help with any of that, you can ask us. We can help you with that. Getting a character is not a problem. I probably should have mentioned that as well. If you're concerned about playing D&D because you don't have a character, that is not something that should be holding you back right now. You can literally go on D&D Beyond and download a character in 30 seconds. Whatever race, like I said, and whatever level. So for this game, have a 4th level character, and do what you need to do.
And
so
5e, you should be able to make a character in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yes.
There's enough time with a lot of these games because there's no.
That's Brian.
there's nothing behind them, so it's a lot of these games can actually keep going till whenever the GMs choose. Friday nights being that way, so the game can go. And so if they take a little bit longer in character creation at the beginning, Courtney's being attacked by a light. Just proves that she's evil.
It's bright. I'm not wearing any makeup.
Apparently, Courtney's not wearing any makeup. So they can just keep going. They can spend time, create the characters, get everything set, and play the game. Nobody is waiting on those spots. Little C, though, will be with us at midnight.
Yeah, let's not talk about Little C. Or maybe we should. Little C's talk show, Complaining with Little C. 12 p.m. tonight. 12 a.m. tonight. I don't know what the difference is. 12 a.m. tonight.
About 12 hours.
12 hours. 12 a.m. tonight. Little C show, Complaining with Little C, will be live streamed on Twitch. And Little C has not been on the internet in a while, and she has a healthy list of things to be complaining about, including having the coronavirus for 5 weeks. So that is something to definitely look forward to, everybody. The YouTube channel won't be streaming from 12 a.m. tonight to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So that's off air. So, okay, so let's talk about Twitch for the rest of the night. We got some fun things going on. Mike is going to be streaming Link's Awakening. Why don't you tell us about that?
So, earlier, late last year, Nintendo remade Link's Awakening for the Switch, and I figured what would be more fun than to play. What would be more fun than playing a game about a dream while I'm half asleep and delirious from 1 to 3 a.m. So, I stream quite frequently for Long Island Retro Gaming, and I'm really happy to be a part of the crew here for Long Island Tabletop for this virtual convention. So thank you both for having me. I really appreciate it. You're doing a lot of work, and it's great. So I'm excited to do that tonight. So the game right now is to count how many Ghostbusters quotes I fit in for no reason. Like, there's no reason why I would do that, but I don't have control of myself while I'm playing video games and the things that I say. I'll be playing Link's Awakening starting tonight at 1 a.m. after Little C's talk show, and then I think I'm back playing it again on Sunday morning. So let's get crazy, people! Come on and watch some Zelda at in the wee hours of the morning.
Woo woo!
I'm very excited.
That'll be fun.
Hopefully.
All right. Okay, that's from 1 to 2:55. Then at 3 to 4:55 on Twitch, we are streaming Caster of Magic with So Maddie Games Z.
So apparently this game is from 1995. We found out we were talking about
1995.
it. Well, it was.
When was that?
It was apparently the fantasy version. I don't know. I think he was just making up numbers.
Yeah.
It's the fantasy version of Civilization. I had never heard of it before.
Oh.
Or 94, not 95. Again, those numbers don't really mean anything to me anymore.
Fake news.
But I've never seen the game, so I'm kind of excited to see that. I think I may be awake for it.
Yeah, definitely.
I got my coffee.
So that looks like a lot of fun. Okay, so 5 to 6:55. Okay, Borderlands 2 with Rich, Max, Mike, and ...
So I played Borderlands all last weekend, and I'm horrible at it.
Why don't you tell them what Borderlands is?
Borderlands 2, well, people that play, it's, you wake up...
Is it the second version of Borderlands?
It actually is, and it comes right... It's the prequel to Borderlands 3.
Wow.
I'm just going to throw that out there. But you make a character, and up to 4 people can play together in a co-op shooter game where there's quests, and you have to advance. You're a vault hunter that's advancing through the map. That's as far as I'm going to go, because I'm playing with 2 experts and me.
I was just going to make fun of you for that. You're not considering yourself one of the experts, right?
Good God, no.
Okay, I was like, let's find out who he thinks these experts are.
Max is.
Max?
Yeah, Max.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is the other expert?
Mike.
Which Mike?
Not me.
Oh, Mike D. From my Wednesday game.
Okay. Who's the second noob?
Erica.
Okay. All right, great. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah. Talk about lots of deaths.
Yeah. Okay,
People love
fine.
to see that when you stream. They love to see you fail.
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing but failure coming from me during my stream, which is exciting. How come I... Okay, and then after that, from 7 to 8:55, we have Video Gaming with Dan C. Dan is a team member from our retro community, who's super cool as well, and he's going to be streaming...
Adventure. The Atari 2600 classic game Adventure.
Yeah.
Which, if anybody out there remembers it, it goes back in the 80s, 82, around there we said. And if anybody's ever played it, it's just so cool. You're gonna watch somebody stream it.
Grandpa Rich, tell us about the Atari.
Well, I will have to take you back with me a long way in time.
I wasn't born in 82, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, me either.
Oh, good. Okay. Grandpa Rich was, though.
So we're getting close to the end of our schedule. We're not getting through the whole schedule, so we can pick it up at over coffee in the morning.
Okay, so first tell them Over Coffee starts at
9 o'clock.
9 to 9:55. Dave and Rich, what do you guys will talk about the rest of the schedule?
Yes, we'll talk about we have the morning talk show. We'll just talk about what happened overnight, what happened from here, and then we'll give an overview of what's coming up for the rest of the day, and so that way you can jump in. Any openings that we hear of, anything that we accumulate over the course of the evening, we'll pull together, and we'll pull it all together over coffee to tell you while we drink our coffee.
Okay, so I only have 9 minutes, so I'm not going to read. I will tell everyone here tonight, just in case they can't tune in the morning, what's happening tomorrow. But I'm not going to read the descriptions. I'll just give you title and system so you at least know what's going on.
Sure.
So starting at 10 tomorrow, we have D&D 5e Death House, who is going to be, which is going to be DM'd by Jason. Death House is super fun. Beginning characters, all welcome, 10 a.m. We also have a terrain workshop, Terrain Apocalypse, with Rob and Andy from Pineapple Creations, where they will be talking about how to create tabletop terrain, which is going to be really fun. So that's tomorrow morning as well. We have a Call of Cthulhu game. Holy crap. So difficult to find one of these. So if you are interested in Cthulhu, you've never played before, I'm telling you right now, if you're not going to play in tomorrow morning's game, at least drop by and see what's up, because it is so hard to find someone to actually run a Cthulhu game. Who's running it?
This is run by... Oh, look, I don't have it listed. I apologize.
All right, that's fine. It's going to be fantastic. I highly recommend coming by for a little while and just taking a look at it. It's, like I said, it's a real treasure when you find someone who's capable of running it. So I would come to that. We also have Perception Check, which is when our Taking Initiative podcast crew comes back in and they talk about a lot of fun stuff. More details to follow. And then we also, wait a minute.
I apologize. Alex Costello is GMing Call of Cthulhu.
Okay. I just realized I was going in a little bit of the wrong order, but that's whatever. I'm just gonna finish doing this the way that I was. That was actually the Twitch all day.
It's okay.
The Twitch all day schedule. I thought it was whatever. Who cares? And then we have another podcast later in the evening, where the Last Refuge will do again their own show, and then tomorrow evening we have our Saturday night wrap up with Little C. I dare you to go. We'll see how that goes. On YouTube tomorrow in the morning we have the One Ring game, which is an RPG. Obviously having to deal with the Hobbit and your journey and traversing Middle Earth. So that's going to be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. For YouTube, the rest of the day, we also have Sci-Fi and Fantasy Digital Painting. Is that with David O. Miller?
It is with David O. Miller.
It's with David O. Miller, a world-renowned artist. He has drawn many things that have been in a lot of places, including the cover of Dragon Magazine. He's a really great fantasy artist, so if you are interested in seeing some of his work, just seeing him work, learning some basics, definitely come. This is a great opportunity for you to see him. He's a fantastic artist.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so then we have another D&D Death House beginner game. David O. Miller is then running on YouTube the Scooby-Doo Cthulhu game, which is gonna be wild. We have our mashup of Scooby-Doo with Cthulhu smushed into a situation. What could possibly happen in that type of atmosphere?
You get to play one of the Mystery Incorporated gang.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Zoinks.
Well, That's going to be a wild ride.
Ruh-roh.
I guarantee it. And that's it for YouTube. In our breakout rooms, we have The War of the Final Dragon, which is a D&D 5e game. This is a kid-friendly game, so if you have a child and you are wanting to get them involved in something, this is the game for you. We have it at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And we also have a Pathfinder game at 10 a.m. So if you've ever been wondering what Pathfinder is or how to get involved, this is for you. We have my clicker isn't working, which is annoying. Frostgrave.
The Frostgrave
is a miniatures game. What?
Actually, the Frostgrave is they're going to give us a video and we're going to upload it to YouTube.
Okay, so Frostgrave is a miniatures game.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
and created by two local dudes, and it's super fun. They've given us a video to give you a walkthrough of the game, so we'll be playing that, and that'll be fun.
So Courtney, it's 8:55, and we need to go, so that way the next group can come on.
Why?
Because they start in 5 minutes.
Okay, I haven't even gotten. All right, that's fine. No, I'm kidding. Pulling everyone's strings. Okay, fine. So we have our first round of stuff going on. This is going to be a great day.
You should tell this little C that we cut you off. That way she can complain about it.
Little C does not care about me at all. She will be fine with it.
Thank you very much.
I love you all, everyone, equally.
Taking Refuge is next on Twitch.
Transformers on YouTube. D&D 5e2 games and breakout rooms.
Awesome.
Do it!
Have a great night. Enjoy everything.